Have you ever felt like happiness is always just out of reach, like it's this elusive thing waiting for the perfect conditions to come together? Maybe you've thought, if I just had more time, more money, or fewer problems, I'd finally feel happy. But what if I told you that happiness isn't about waiting for circumstances to change? It's about creating it, right here, right now. The Stoics understood this better than most. They didn't see happiness as something external, tied to wealth, success, or recognition. Instead, they believed it was an internal state, something you could cultivate no matter what life threw your way. And the good news is that their timeless wisdom isn't just for ancient philosophers. It's for you, today, in this very moment. As 2025 approaches, it's the perfect time to take control of your happiness, not by making grand resolutions or waiting for miracles, but by implementing practices that will lay the foundation for a life of joy, resilience, and meaning. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actionable steps you can take right now. Let's begin. Now, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Only 15% of my audience is currently subscribed, so if these insights resonate with you, I'd love for you to join our community and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Imagine starting your day knowing that no matter what happens, you'll handle it with grace and clarity. That's the power of one of Stoicism's most profound practices, Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of evils. At first glance, it might sound counterproductive. Why would you think about bad things that haven't even happened? But the purpose isn't to dwell on negativity, it's to prepare your mind and strengthen your resilience. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, practiced this daily. He would visualize potential challenges, a betrayal, an argument, or even his own death, not to scare himself, but to rehearse his response. You have power over your mind, not outside events, he reminded himself. Realize this, and you will find strength. The beauty of this practice is that it transforms fear into readiness. Think about it. How often do you worry about things that might go wrong, only to feel paralyzed when they do? Premeditatio Malorum flips the script. It allows you to face life's uncertainties with a calm, steady heart. When you mentally prepare for setbacks, they lose their power to shake you. Instead of reacting with panic, you respond with purpose. Let's take this a step further. Close your eyes and picture a small challenge you might face today. Maybe it's a difficult conversation or an unexpected delay. Now imagine yourself handling it with composure. See yourself breathing deeply, staying grounded, and finding a solution. Feels empowering, doesn't it? That's the gift of this practice. It equips you to navigate life's storms with grace. Another cornerstone of a happy life is reflection, and there's no better way to reflect than through journaling. If the idea of journaling feels daunting, let me assure you, it's not about writing pages of poetic prose. It's about creating a space to check in with yourself, to ask, am I living according to my values? What can I learn from today? Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is essentially a journal, one he never intended anyone else to read. It's full of questions, reminders, and reflections that helped him stay aligned with his principles. In one entry, he wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into the world to do?" Journaling doesn't just help you process your thoughts, it clarifies your priorities. It's a moment of pause in a world that rarely slows down. When you put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, you're giving your mind the chance to untangle itself, to find meaning in the chaos. Here's a simple way to start. At the end of each day, Write down 3 things. First, something you're grateful for. Second, something you learned. And third, something you'd like to improve tomorrow. That's it. No fancy journal required. Over time, this practice will help you see patterns, track your growth, and connect with what truly matters. Now let's talk about discomfort, not the kind you avoid, but the kind you embrace. The Stoics believed that voluntarily facing discomfort builds strength, both mental and physical. Seneca often practiced this by living simply, eating plain food and wearing humble clothing. He wanted to remind himself that he could endure life's hardships, that his happiness wasn't tied to luxury or convenience. Think about how much of modern life is designed to avoid discomfort. Heated seats, instant delivery, endless entertainment. All of it makes us soft, complacent. But here's the paradox. When you avoid discomfort, you also avoid growth. You become less resilient, less courageous. So, what can you do? Start small. Skip your morning coffee one day and notice how you feel. Take a cold shower. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it also wakes you up in a way no caffeine ever could. Spend a day without your phone and see how much mental space it frees up. These little challenges aren't about punishment. They're about proving to yourself that you can handle more than you think. What happens when you embrace discomfort? You grow. You build a quiet confidence that says, I can handle whatever comes my way. And that confidence, it's one of the keys to happiness. Speaking of growth, let's turn our attention to something most of us overlook: simplifying our goals. If you're anything like me, your to-do list is probably a mile long. But here's the thing, more goals don't equal more progress. In fact, they often lead to less. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." His point, the problem isn't time, it's focus. When you try to do too much, you end up doing nothing well. The solution is simple. Prioritize. What truly matters to you? What aligns with your values and brings you closer to the life you want? Take a moment to reflect on your current goals. Are they aligned with your purpose, or are they things you think you should do because of societal pressure? Let go of the shoulds. Keep only the goals that light a fire in you. Then, break them into small, actionable steps. By focusing on fewer things, you'll achieve more, and you'll feel less overwhelmed in the process. Finally, let's end this first part with one of Stoicism's most transformative practices: negative visualization. It might sound counterintuitive, but imagining the loss of the things you cherish can actually increase your happiness. Why? Because it helps you appreciate them more deeply. Epictetus said, "He who is not grateful for what he has would not be happy with what he would receive." Gratitude is a muscle, and negative visualization strengthens it. Take a moment to think about something you love: your family, your health, your home. Now imagine just for a second that it's gone. Feels heavy, doesn't it? But when you open your eyes, you'll feel a surge of gratitude for what's still here. This practice isn't about fear, it's about presence. It reminds you that life is fleeting and precious, and that the things you often take for granted are actually treasures. As we close this first part, think about the steps we've explored. They're not revolutionary, but they are transformative. Prepare for setbacks, reflect through journaling, embrace discomfort, simplify your goals, and practice gratitude through negative visualization. Each of these practices is a seed. Plant them now, and by 2025, you'll be living in a garden of happiness you cultivated yourself. In the first part, we planted the seeds for a happier life by exploring some foundational practices of Stoicism: mental preparation, reflection, embracing discomfort, simplifying goals, and practicing gratitude. But happiness, as the Stoics saw it, isn't just about individual habits. It's about the larger picture, how you connect with yourself, others, and the world. So let's dive deeper into this philosophy and uncover more tools that can transform your life before 2025. One of the most misunderstood aspects of Stoicism is its focus on control. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to separate what we can control from what we can't, and to focus our energies solely on the former. This might sound simple, but how often do you find yourself stressed over things completely outside your influence? The weather, the economy, other people's opinions. Epictetus said it best: some things are up to us, and some things are not. What's up to you? Your thoughts, actions, and responses. What's not? Pretty much everything else. The key to happiness lies in mastering this distinction. When you focus only on what you can control, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to manage the unmanageable. Imagine being stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. You could fume and curse the cars in front of you, or you could accept the situation and use the time to prepare mentally or listen to something uplifting. One reaction creates stress, the other creates peace. The choice is always yours. Here's a challenge: make a list of the things currently stressing you out. Then divide them into two categories: what you can control and what you can't. For the things you can control, make a plan. For the things you can't, practice letting them go. It's not easy, but it's incredibly liberating. Another powerful Stoic practice is redefining failure. How often do we let the fear of failure hold us back? We hesitate to take risks, to try new things, to put ourselves out there. But the Stoics saw failure differently, not as something to fear, but as a teacher. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a step on the way to it. Each setback teaches you something valuable about yourself, about the world, about what doesn't work. The only true failure is giving up. Let's look at a modern example. J.K. Rowling, who faced multiple rejections before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Or Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." These stories aren't exceptions, they're the rule. Success is built on a foundation of failures. The next time you fail, take a moment to reflect. What can you learn from it? How can you use it to grow? Write it down if you can. By reframing failure as feedback, you'll approach challenges with more courage and resilience. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: taking time to appreciate beauty. Yes, the Stoics, often seen as stoic in every sense of the word, valued beauty deeply. But they didn't chase it in the form of luxury or extravagance. For them, beauty was about noticing the simple, profound wonders of life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." This wasn't just poetic musing, it was a call to mindfulness, to pause and truly see the world around you. When was the last time you watched a sunrise, not through a camera lens, but with your own eyes, or noticed the intricate pattern of leaves on a tree? These moments of connection with beauty aren't trivial, they're nourishing. They remind you of the vastness of life, of your place in it, and of the quiet miracles happening every day. Take a moment right now to look around you. What's one thing you can appreciate? Maybe it's the way light filters through a window, or the sound of birds outside. Let yourself be fully present with it. These small acts of mindfulness add up. creating a sense of wonder and gratitude that enriches your daily life. Another often overlooked aspect of happiness is forgiveness, not just of others, but of yourself. How much time do you spend replaying past mistakes, wishing you'd done things differently? That guilt and regret weigh you down, trapping you in a loop of self-criticism. The Stoics believed in learning from the past, not living in it. Seneca advised, if you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Forgiveness is the key to becoming that person. Forgive yourself for the times you fell short, for the relationships that didn't work out, for the opportunities you missed, for the words you wish you could take back. Acknowledge the lessons and then let them go. You can't change the past, but you can choose how it shapes your future. And don't forget to extend that forgiveness to others. Holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior. It means freeing yourself from the burden of anger. When you let go, you make space for peace. As we move deeper into the Stoic path, let's address a fear many of us carry, the fear of mortality. It's not a comfortable topic, but the Stoics believed that confronting death was essential to living fully. They called this practice memento mori, remember that you will die. At first, this might sound morbid, but memento mori isn't about obsessing over death. It's about using the awareness of life's impermanence to live more intentionally. When you truly grasp that your time is limited, you stop wasting it on trivial things. You cherish each moment, each relationship, each opportunity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." These words aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to wake you up, to remind you that today isn't guaranteed. So why not live it with purpose? Try this exercise. At the start of each day, remind yourself, this could be my last day. Then ask yourself, how would I want to spend it? This isn't about being reckless or dramatic. It's about aligning your actions with what truly matters to you. Over time, this practice will help you live with greater clarity, gratitude, and courage. The final practice we'll explore in this part is one of the most transformative, cultivating joy in the present moment. It's easy to think happiness lies somewhere in the future, after the promotion, the vacation, the weight loss. But the Stoics knew better. Happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of being. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." That freedom includes the freedom to find joy right now, in this moment, no matter your circumstances. How do you do that? Start by noticing the small, simple pleasures around you, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the taste of your favorite meal, the sound of laughter. These aren't just fleeting moments, they're the building blocks of a happy life. Another way to cultivate joy is through gratitude. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be big. Maybe it's a kind word from a friend, a task you completed, or even just a good cup of coffee. By focusing on what's good, you train your brain to see more of it. As we wrap up this second part, take a moment to reflect. What's one practice you can start today? Whether it's letting go of what you can't control, finding beauty in the ordinary, or forgiving yourself for past mistakes, remember this: happiness isn't something you find, it's something you create. Now some exciting news. Our channel now offers a live stream, streaming Stoic wisdom and insights around the clock. Plus, by joining our members club, you'll unlock exclusive benefits, deeper content dives, and personal insights. Join us on this journey and let's build a meaningful life together. And I also humbly ask you to leave a comment, as it helps my channel immensely. If you do not know what to comment, just write "better every day" so I know you reached this far. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Also, I've linked some books on Stoicism that helped me become the man I am today, and will also help you achieve a Stoic mindset. So far, we've explored how the timeless wisdom of Stoicism can guide us toward clarity, forgiveness, and joy. But happiness isn't just about feeling good in the moment. It's about building a foundation of resilience and purpose that can weather the storms of life. The practices we'll explore now are about doing just that. Let's start with resilience. Life, as we know, is unpredictable. No matter how carefully we plan, unexpected challenges will arise. The Stoics didn't shy away from this reality. They embraced it. They understood that adversity isn't an exception to life. It's a part of it. Epictetus taught, "Difficulties are things that show what men are." When faced with hardship, we have a choice: to crumble under its weight or to rise stronger because of it. Resilience isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about facing difficulties head-on and finding the strength within to overcome them. One way to build resilience is through the practice of negative visualization. This involves imagining the worst-case scenario, not to dwell on it, but to prepare yourself mentally. What would you do if you lost your job, your home, your health? By considering these possibilities, you not only reduce the fear of them, but also appreciate what you have right now. Take a moment to reflect on a recent challenge you faced. What did you learn from it? How did it shape you? Write it down if you can. This practice helps you see difficulties not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Now, let's shift to purpose. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the idea that a happy life is one lived in alignment with your values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People seek retreats for themselves in the countryside, by the sea, or in the mountains. But nowhere can you find a more peaceful or trouble-free retreat than in your own mind. So constantly give yourself this retreat and renew yourself." What does this mean? It means that true peace and purpose come from within. You don't need to escape to a faraway place to find meaning. You just need to connect with what matters most to you. Ask yourself, what are my core values? What kind of person do I want to be? What impact do I want to have on the world? These aren't easy questions, but they're essential for living a life of purpose. If you're not sure where to start, think about the moments in your life when you felt most alive, most fulfilled. What were you doing? Who were you with? These moments often hold clues to your deeper purpose. Living with purpose doesn't mean you have to change the world. It can be as simple as showing kindness to others, pursuing a passion, or doing your best in your daily work. The key is to align your actions with your values. When you do, even the smallest tasks can become meaningful. Another cornerstone of resilience and purpose is the practice of detachment. Now, detachment doesn't mean indifference. It doesn't mean not caring. What it means is not being overly attached to outcomes. The Stoics believed that our happiness should come from our efforts, not from the results. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." In other words, focus on what you can do and let go of the rest. This doesn't just reduce stress. It also frees you to do your best work without the fear of failure. Think about a time when you worked hard on something, only to have it not turn out as you'd hoped. Maybe it was a project at work, a relationship, or a personal goal. How did it feel? Now think about how it might have felt if you'd focused on the effort itself, rather than the outcome. By detaching from results, you can find satisfaction in the process, regardless of the outcome. Let's not forget the importance of service. While Stoicism often emphasizes self-discipline and personal growth, it also teaches the value of contributing to the greater good. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings no benefit to the bee." Service doesn't have to mean grand gestures. It can be as simple as helping a friend, volunteering your time, or sharing your knowledge. The act of giving not only benefits others, but also brings a profound sense of fulfillment. When you help someone else, you remind yourself that you're part of something larger than yourself. Take a moment to think about how you can serve others in your life. Maybe it's offering support to a colleague, spending quality time with a loved one, or contributing to a cause you care about. These acts of kindness create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. As we dive deeper into the Stoic path, let's address the concept of simplicity. We live in a world that glorifies busyness and consumption. We're told that happiness comes from achieving more, buying more, doing more. But the Stoics knew better. They understood that true happiness often comes from less. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This doesn't mean you need to give up all your possessions or ambitions. It means recognizing what truly adds value to your life and letting go of the rest. Take stock of your life. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? It might be physical clutter, like clothes you never wear or gadgets you don't use. Or it might be emotional clutter, like grudges, unrealistic expectations, or toxic relationships. Simplifying your life creates space. Space for joy, for growth, for what truly matters. Try this. Choose one area of your life to simplify this week. Maybe it's your closet, your schedule, or even your social media habits. Notice how it feels to let go. Often the things we think we need are the very things holding us back. Finally, let's return to the idea of gratitude, but with a twist. Instead of just being thankful for what you have, try being thankful for what you don't have. This practice, known as voluntary discomfort, helps you appreciate your life in a new way. For example, spend a day without your phone, skip a meal, sleep on the floor. These small acts remind you of how much you have to be grateful for. They also build resilience, showing you that you can handle discomfort and still thrive. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice. It's a mindset that transforms how you see the world. When you focus on what's good, what's working, what's beautiful, you shift your energy from scarcity to abundance, and that's a powerful place to be. As we close this part of the journey, take a moment to reflect. What's one practice you can start today to build resilience or deepen your sense of purpose? Whether it's embracing failure, simplifying your life, or serving others, remember, these aren't just things to do, they're ways to be. We've ventured far together, exploring the depths of clarity, resilience, and purpose. But the journey doesn't end with knowledge. Happiness is not a destination, it's a practice, a series of choices made every day. In this final part, we'll uncover how to sustain these practices, ensuring they become habits that enrich your life beyond 2025. Let's start with consistency. The Stoics believed that greatness lies in daily discipline, not in occasional bursts of inspiration. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This isn't a call to fear death, but a reminder of life's impermanence and the urgency to live each day fully. Ask yourself, how do you spend your days? Are you aligning your actions with the values you hold dear? It's easy to get caught up in distractions, putting off what truly matters. But happiness requires consistency. It's not about monumental changes, but small, meaningful steps repeated over time. Start with a morning ritual. Begin each day with reflection, gratitude, and intention. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and 1 goal for the day. This simple practice grounds you, helping you face whatever comes with clarity and purpose. Another essential element of sustaining happiness is adaptability. Life is unpredictable. No matter how carefully you plan, things will go awry. The Stoics taught us to embrace this reality, not fight it. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When challenges arise, ask yourself, what is within my control? What isn't? By focusing on what you can change and letting go of the rest, you free yourself from unnecessary stress. This isn't just about surviving adversity, it's about thriving in it. Think of water flowing around a rock. It doesn't resist the obstacle, it adapts, finding a new path. Approach life's challenges the same way. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Let's talk about joy. Yes, joy, the thing that so often feels fleeting in our busy lives. The Stoics weren't dour philosophers who shunned happiness. They believed in cultivating joy, but they found it in places that many of us overlook. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." Happiness isn't something you chase, it's something you create, right here, right now. It's in the taste of your morning coffee, the laughter of a friend, the warmth of the sun on your face. Take a moment to savor these small joys. Pause, breathe, and truly experience them. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about training your mind to notice the beauty in the everyday. Over time, this practice rewires your brain, making joy a natural part of your life. Now, let's dive into the concept of kairos. In ancient Greek, kairos refers to the right or opportune moment, different from chronos, which is chronological time. The Stoics believed in recognizing and seizing these moments. Life is full of kairos moments, opportunities to act, connect, or grow. Think about a time when you hesitated and missed an opportunity. Maybe it was a chance to pursue a passion, express your feelings, or take a leap of faith. What held you back? Fear, doubt. The Stoics teach us to act when the moment arises, to embrace the discomfort of risk for the reward of growth. Ask yourself, what kairos moment is presenting itself to you now? It could be a conversation you've been avoiding, a project you've been delaying, or a dream you've been sidelining. Take that first step. The timing will never feel perfect, but that's the beauty of kairos. It's about creating perfection in action. Another key to sustaining happiness is cultivating gratitude for adversity. Yes, you heard that right. Gratitude for the hard times, the struggles, the failures. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Adversity is life's greatest teacher. It shows you your strength, your resilience, your ability to rise. When you face difficulties, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? This mindset doesn't erase pain, but it transforms it, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Imagine your life as a tapestry. Each thread of adversity adds depth and richness to the pattern. Without the dark threads, the bright ones wouldn't stand out. Embrace the challenges. They are shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Let's return to the concept of service. As we journey through life, It's easy to focus on our own happiness, but true fulfillment often comes from lifting others up. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of humanity, the idea that our purpose is tied to the well-being of others. Think about someone who could use your help right now. Maybe it's a friend going through a tough time, a colleague who needs support, or a stranger who could benefit from your kindness. Reach out, offer a hand, and watch how it transforms both your life and theirs. Service isn't about grand gestures. It's about showing up, being present, and giving what you can. In doing so, you create a ripple effect, spreading happiness and meaning far beyond what you can see. Finally, let's talk about legacy. What do you want to leave behind? The Stoics remind us that our time here is limited. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Legacy isn't about fame or fortune. It's about the impact you have on those around you. Think about the values you want to be remembered for: compassion, integrity, courage. Now ask yourself, are you living those values today? Legacy isn't built in a single moment. It's built in the small daily choices we make. Write down your values and reflect on them often. Let them guide your decisions, your actions, your interactions. In living by your values, you create a legacy that inspires others long after you're gone. As we conclude this journey, take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored: clarity, resilience, purpose, joy, service, legacy. These aren't just ideas, they're practices, tools you can use to create a life of lasting happiness. Happiness isn't something that happens to you, it's something you cultivate. It's in the way you face challenges, the connections you nurture, the choices you make. It's in the way you live, moment by moment, with intention and grace. So, as you step into 2025, carry these practices with you. Make them a part of your daily life. And remember, happiness isn't a destination. It's a journey. A beautiful, messy, human journey that we're all on together. Now, if any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day.